Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 7 of season 2 of the Hopeless Gamer podcast. Today we have a really big show, actually. So, we're going to be talking about where we're actually getting our gaming gear from, since we're not actually buying it from EB Games anymore. And also, MLB The Show is on Xbox Game Pass day one, which is a really massive get considering it's actually developed by Sony PlayStation. On top of that, we also will be discussing if we think E3 is dead in the water and if it's ever going to come back the way we know it. And also what we think about Outriders, which is an amazing game from Square Enix, which could absolutely fail massively in the asshole just like Anthem did. But first, let's meet the crew. This week we have the Dirty Crew like we have been for quite a while now. So, all the way from New Zealand, we got Dirty Kiwi.
Let's go.
We have Dirty Coxy.
Yo, what's up, boys?
And also from my side of the pond, we have BassMstrAU.
How you going?
And, well, of course you got me because you stuck with me. So we have a super packed show right now. Let's get on where we have been shopping for our gaming hardware because let's face it, who the fuck is buying games on disc anyway?
Not me.
So this is going to be a bit of a rant from me, a little bit, but all through Australia and New Zealand, pretty much the number one place to buy your gaming gear has been EB Games, which is the sister company to GameSpot in America. GameStop, not Spot. That's a fucking that's a bloody thing. But still. So a few years ago, I actually started working for EB Games as a manager. I was quickly promoted to store manager, but from the day dot in 2015, the numbers were that EB Games Australia and New Zealand were highly profitable. Now, EB Games Australia and EB Games New Zealand is all run by the same head office in Eagle Farm in Queensland. The problem with that is New Zealand kind of gets a bad rap because they either get all of the testing technologies and stuff they use for the retail side and normally get fucked over. And you two know exactly what I'm talking about with that. But still. So with this, GameStop was actually put into financial hardship back in 2013, and the profits made by EB Games in Australia actually went to getting them out of that trouble, which pretty much meant they were on an even playing field. Now, flip to 2019, it all kind of went the other way. EB Games is in massive financial troubles, along with GameStop, because let's face it, they keep making the same stupid fucking mistakes. But it's really gone because of their customer service. So when I started, the way to make sales was, they didn't actually care about sales. They cared more about your results for customer service and stuff like that, because that was the best way for them to make money. Now it seems it's completely flipped and they don't give a shit about customer service. They actually care about your profit and loss margins and the fact that if you're not making the profit and you've got too much loss, they're just going to get rid of you. Now, I'm saying this because I've got a couple of I don't work for EB Games anymore. I need to say that blatantly. I didn't sign an NDA when I left, so they can go and get fucked. So if they want to come after me, good luck to them.
I think they've got bigger things to worry about at the moment.
Oh, the funny thing is, there are managers leaving at the moment that are being made to sign NDAs.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's kind of funny. But as I said, I've still got some people that I know that work as in management positions in EB Games. Good luck to anyone from the head office trying to find them because, yes, I live in Western Australia and no, these people aren't from Western Australia. That's what happens when you have two conferences with the entire country worth of freaking store managers. You meet new people and make friendships.
Yeah, I just don't get what's going on with that place. Or even like GameStop. What is it? The CEO got $100 and something million payout and see you later, and he's left. And I'm like, So the ship's sinking, you've bailed out, you get a golden handshake, and you get to walk away and leave it to it because the ex Nintendo guy, he's left the board as well.
Yeah, he's gone.
I don't even know what's going on with all of this. Like, I actually can't remember the last time I played a game, bought a game from there. To be honest,
Brought a game from EB.
yeah,
Yeah, no, neither. To be fair,
Last thing I
everything's
bought from them
digital
was
for
my
me.
Series X.
Yeah,
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 mine would
same,
have
same.
been Series X, PlayStation 5, Assassin's Creed, 2 copies of that.
I think they were seriously banking on this next gen console getting them out of the crap, but they can't get supply of it, so it's sort of screwed them.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have a look, they want, I think or in Australia, they want $450 for a second-hand PlayStation 4 Xbox.
Oh,
Xbox
yeah,
One.
Not even a Series X, just an Xbox One. Was it One X or whatever? No, yeah, One X was the one before
yeah.
the Series X. Yeah, so they're like 450, and they give you a choice of a couple of trading games that they probably would have paid $2 for.
It's about 600 over here, I think, for a 1X.
And
Pre-owned.
Which is stupid.
I just don't get it. I've noticed there's a lot more people selling Xboxes and stuff on the like your Facebook local
Marketplace and that.
Facebook marketplace and your Gumtree and your sort of your other secondhand things. But it's, I don't know, the local EB, or they've merged the two EB stores that we had into one and thrown in their Zing brand, and you go into the store and I reckon at least half the store or greater is actually the Zing stuff. I don't think they've actually got anything on the other side of it. And when you go in there, when you've got an issue, I reckon the only reason why the stuff that I get sorted is because of the fact that the level I'm at membership wise. But I've got nothing out of the store in the fact of you don't, or even why hasn't EB called me and gone, what, well, you're level 5 or you're level 4, why aren't you spending? What are we doing wrong here and stuff like that? And I like, every time I've been there, I can guarantee you I'll get an email for a survey. The survey I'm not filling out very nicely. And I don't know whether they just keep sending me surveys going, oh, well, hopefully we'll fix this and we can get a positive one out of this guy so I can forward it on to head office, say, hey, look, we're making a difference over here. And they're just not getting it out of me.
See, my store.
Do you ask for someone to contact you after that?
Yeah. I tick the box saying they can contact me if they want to.
And I know
Do
the
they
person who
number
should
and
be
everything?
contacting him because it's the regional manager.
And they don't. You get nothing out of them, sort of thing like that. And I don't know whether it's what's going on with it, but even when the two stores merged in Bunbury, I don't know whether it was their store merging and they were merging the customer or their member list together and it didn't do it correctly, or whether it was the local store itself or the store blames head office or whatever. But all the settings that relate to being notified when products are in have gone. Like, you don't get an SMS anymore, you don't get an email notification or anything to say that your product's in there. Like, I've had to call up pretty much. Luckily, being level 5, they actually hold this. They're supposed to hold the stuff for a month, I think it is. But like, I rang up
Yeah.
2 weeks after I ordered a little Nintendo thing, and I rang them up and said, "Oh, is this in?" And then look on the system. Yeah, no, we'll have it here. Oh, hold on a sec. I just got to check out the back that we've still got it.
That's
And I'm
fucked.
like, what? You've just told me on the phone you need to check out the back to check that you've still got something that I've pre-ordered that should be sitting there.
That's shit,
Which is
man.
kind of stupid because me and you are the only 2 level 5s in the Southwest. They should fucking know us by name, considering I trained half of them.
Yeah, no, I just don't give two shits at the moment, so I just shop around online and whoever's got the cheapest deal I go with. I don't mind. When it comes to controllers and stuff like that, I'll just wait the week or so to get it here. But honestly, ordering stuff on Amazon, I don't know what it is, but there's their stuff, if you've got it in a warehouse in Australia, is turning up in 2 or 3 days, and I'm in like regional WA.
Mm. Like the closest warehouse is what, the Qantas fucking airport to us?
There's one in Perth, isn't there, out near the airport?
Yeah, there's one right next to the
Yeah.
Qantas terminal. That's the closest. There's another one in North Perth apparently. But I mean, that's still a good 2-hour freaking courier trip to
Yeah,
us.
but I'm even talking about stuff I've ordered. It's been in warehouses on the East Coast, and I'm getting it within 2 or 3
That's
days.
really good.
4 days and stuff
Like, I'm
like
shocked
that.
when I
It's
get
just-
stuff the next day from when I order it.
But it's just, and it's come to the thing like I won't even, if I'm looking for something quickly, I'll look on eBay to see if the store has it. If the store doesn't have it, I'll buy it elsewhere because their freight prices are just phenomenal.
Yeah, well, see, my store in Dunedin was amazing. Like, go in, talk to the staff, not a problem. They all knew me by name. Got on really well with them. Ring me when my shit's in. Moved to Christchurch, nobody wants to fucking know you. I mean, like, I'm willing to spend $3, $4, $5,000 a year in the store, but mate, if you're gonna give me shit service, I'm fucking out of here.
Hmm.
I don't give a fuck about my level 4 status anymore. As far as I'm concerned, unless EB Games does something drastically, they ain't gonna be getting any more of my money because I've had a guts full.
Kiwi,
Well,
are you level 4 as well, Kiwi?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Way
I
up there, like nearly
sat down
30,000.
then. Well, Sean would be realised to what I used to spend a month before I stopped spending. Like, I sat down and added up, and I think like that, like I would have gone through. I reckon in an 18-month period, I would have done maybe 8-9 grand.
Easily.
Yeah.
I had a couple of months there where I worked out that you'd spent over 12
Mm,
because I could just see your pre-orders and when they were coming out.
yeah,
And that wasn't including the other shit I made you buy when you walked into the fucking store.
but the silly thing was, that I found funny was I'd walk into the store, and if I was doing pre-orders, every single staff member was there to help you because they knew that the pre-orders would help them out on their monthly tally and stuff like that. So I used to be nice and just share it around and everything, give them all different pre-orders there. Now you walk into there and the staff are like, "Oh, can I help you?" And they stand behind the counter. You can walk around the whole friggin' store and no staff member will walk up to you and ask what's going on. There is
Yeah, I get
no
that here, man.
Yeah.
customer service, no being friendly, no just being a nice person. Like, in my job, being customer service is everything to what your reputation is like.
Hmm.
And if I see someone that I know that's a client of mine, even when I'm out walking through a shopping center, not even in work clothes on a weekend or whatever, I still say hello and ask how they're going. It's just common courtesy to me. Is if you know someone, you just acknowledge them. Or if
Yeah,
they,
exactly.
or sometimes you do set people that say hello to you and you got no idea who the hell they are, but you just be nice and say hello back because you probably have dealt with them. And I don't know, I just get the impression that, or maybe it's just the fact that because of Corona and the way that all is happening, everyone's just done a mighty swing to doing stuff online.
I thought it was a COVID thing that they weren't coming from behind the counter to help out and shit like that as well. But when all that kind of evaporated, it hasn't helped. They've gotten worse.
Oh, yeah, big time.
But like the thing is with this kind of shit, right? Like it's not like I left because I was finding the job hard or anything like that. I loved the job. It was what happened in there was just a shit fucking move by EB. And it's not like my team or myself ever got any like flack for not customer service. Like this is one that I have on hand. This is a customer service award because we had the top customer service in the district. We were store of the year. So like I worked hard with my team. We had amazing customer service and we were in a small little beachside town, which is like 40 minutes from here, from where I actually
Yeah.
lived. And I made the trip every single day. And like even now, even that little store has gone with my assistant store manager who was promoted, who did amazing, but she's left as well. And I asked her why she left, and she literally said it's because one, it wasn't any fun without you, and two, I'm sick of the fucking upper management. So is that the issue here? Is it the area managers? Is it higher than that?
I don't know. I need to find out what people are getting service-wise on the East Coast, but I reckon if you put a post in some of the Facebook pages I'm in, you'd probably get more people ranting about EB than actually loving it. Like, you do sometimes get the odd post about how staff have helped people out to find games and everything else like that. But 9 times out of 10, most of them are posting up saying, look, is anyone in this located in this store or near this store? Can you go down and get this item for me? Because the staff at EB are useless and won't even try and help the client order it through their system or something like that. That's the thing I don't get is if a customer walks up to you and says, I want to order this, I want to get this game or this controller or whatever it is, and you type into your system and you go, yeah, no worries, it's available, we've got 5 in this store or whatever, I can organise for it to be shipped out to you, and you just bring up the client's details and put it through and do a sale that way. Half the time now when you walk in there like, oh, sorry, we don't have it in store, it's nowhere near us, please just go online and order it. And
It's
do you
just too
reckon,
easy. It's
do you
too
reckon
easy.
do you reckon they're going to go online and order it? No, they're going to go online and order it from somewhere else.
Yeah.
So 5 years ago, just before we got married, we were trying to track down 2 pops for our wedding cake topper. And we went into our local EB Games. They couldn't source them from New Zealand, so we ended up getting one from Australia. One came in, they shipped it to us for free. Said, this is our way of saying congratulations, you're getting married. Sorted us out. I bet if you tried to do that now, they'd fucking charge you an arm and a fucking leg for it and wouldn't bother helping.
Was that
Oh,
through EB?
That was through EB.
Yeah, they've stopped because you used to be able to do what they call, what was it, a ship from store or something like that. Like if, say you came to me in my store and I didn't have it, but I could order it for you, I could have it shipped to your house with no shipping cost. They've actually added a shipping cost to that now.
Yeah, but no, this was EB Games head office shipped it to us and didn't charge us for it
because it was built into their budget. It used to be.
So to collect from the store, if you get it shipped there,
you have to pay for the shipping cost now.
Get fucked.
That's changed 6 months after I left.
Yeah, you could just, if you're doing that kind of stuff, why can't you just go, well, this customer wants to order this. You take whatever it is, a deposit on it, or you take full money for it or whatever, and then you just say to them, look, it'll be coming through in the next stock order. And you just say it'll be here next week or the week after. I'm sure most of us are happy to wait for it to come through in a stock order or a transfer or something like that. But yeah, like I know I ordered something. I had to track something down, and I ended up finding it was in like an hour away from here, and I got charged $20 to have it shipped from there to here.
Be fucking cheaper fuel.
Yeah. Drive there and fucking pick it up.
But you can't, like, if you do, the other thing it doesn't stipulate is, like, if I did a click and collect, how many days have I got to collect it?
Technically, it should be the same as your pre-orders.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I think if someone walked in that day and wanted it, they'd sell it to that person rather than...
The other thing with the click and collect is you fully paid for it. They don't own it anymore.
No, it's yours.
It legally is yours. Because I had a fucking... I think it was a PS4 or something that was click and collected. They picked it up 4 months later.
Oh, I've heard stories over East where people have done click and collect and they've gone to pick it up and the item's been sold on them and they just get refunded. Don't go to pick it up, sorry. Done a click and collect, they're going to go there and pick it up in 2 weeks. A week later, they just get refunded the money. So the staff members in the store sold it to someone else and just refunded them their money.
The thing is, you shouldn't be able to sell it because it will come up on the computer that you've got negative stock if you've got none left.
Yeah, they probably would have just refunded it and then sold it.
Which means they had to get an override from an area manager. That's where I'm coming to it again with it. Is it the fucking upper management that's fucking everyone over?
Well,
I reckon it is.
What is going on with EB's upper management? They've got no more EB Expo.
No, it's all gone to PAX because they couldn't afford to put on EB Expo anymore.
So one of my old managers at EB Games put some items to be refurbished into a box.
Mm.
I went over the limit of, what you're supposed to send, and then got a fucking reaming for it. But before that, was told he needs to cut costs. So chucking extra shit in a box to send it away was a way to do it. So, he goes and chucks an extra iPhone in a package to be sent away. That goes missing. He gets the fucking area manager down, and the area manager's big boss, and got fucking chewed out for it. It's just like, what do?
Yeah.
You try to save them money, you try to fucking help them out, and all they do is want to shit on you.
I've met. Oh, back then I had met the area manager for New Zealand, and they're not a nice person. They don't have a nice reputation. I don't know why they hired them, honestly.
They'd probably suck a lot of dick.
But in saying that, I have been able to offload a lot of stuff that, like, I sent an Elite Series 1 back in to be repaired because the rubber had fallen off on it. It comes back and the buttons underneath don't work at all. You couldn't use the paddles at all. They were frozen solid. You couldn't even get them to free up or anything else like that. And I'm like, well, I paid for this, so I just chucked it, went back in there and said, look, the paddles aren't working. They sent it back over there. They rang the person over there and he's like, yep, no worries, send it back. We'll fix it. Get it back, start using it again, and the triggers start sticking. Like, it's just, the fire trigger would just stay on. It'd just unload the whole, if I was playing a shooter, it'd just unload the whole clip. And I have to press the button to really unstick it to get it to stop shooting and everything.
Probably
And I was playing,
if you play Modern Warfare.
and so I was just getting sick of it. So I just went and freaking said, "What are you going to give me for it?" I think I got $80 or $90 for it or something like that, and got rid of it as a trade in. And then my original day one Switch had to they had a deal on to get the new Mario one. Anyway, I traded that in, kept the traded the whole lot in, and then when I was taking it in, I noticed that the actual battery had started to swell on it, and it cost me $20 to trade that Switch back in and get a new one with the deal that they had on.
Wow.
Or
They don't check
120.
'em.
Sorry, I'd paid $100. I paid $100 deposit, and then so it cost me an extra $120 to swap the switches out, and I got the new one with the bigger battery and everything. And yeah, I'd only noticed this one actually started to swell. So,
See,
but
when I did my trade-ins for new consoles, they put my 1S gears through as a 1X, 2 terabyte. So I ended up getting another couple $100 on top of it.
That's what I mean. They don't
They're
know what they're
idiots.
looking for. They don't care. You can just go. You just turn up, and the only thing they care about, like when I traded my Switch in, and when I traded my Xbox in for one of the Xboxes in for the Series X's and everything, all they cared about was to make sure that the console was there, a HDMI cable, a power cable, and a controller was there.
And
That's
it
all they
turns
cared
on.
about, and it turns on. They just plug it in to make sure it turned. I don't even think they plugged
Fuck,
mine
they
in to
didn't
check
even
it
they
turned on.
didn't even check mine when I traded in for my Series X.
Nah,
They
when
didn't
they
even
did
check.
mine, they powered on all my consoles because I traded 3 in.
You know what goes up against their profit and loss statements is how many bricked consoles they've traded in, because that's a loss because you can't do anything with them, right? Mine was fucking 0 for 3.5 years because I was the only manager that had technical training. Fucking
That's what I'm
40 minutes down the road, they had a 40% brick rating.
It's fucked. That's fucked.
Yep. Well, then again, the Xbox I traded in, every time it got hot, it rebooted itself or turned itself off. So
Exactly.
it was one way of getting rid of it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just
Might as well
if
just
you don't
fucking
say
go
anything,
and
they're
buy one
idiots.
cheap off Facebook Marketplace or Cash Converters and trade it in.
I was looking with all those trade deals that are going on with the Series X's. I just got onto Facebook and just started looking around and Gumtree and everything else like that, and seeing what people were getting rid of them for, and seeing if you could make money out of it.
Offering people stupid money, and they take it because they want to flick it,
Yep. I don't know.
Nuts.
I'm trying to work out where EB's head is at when it comes to all this kind of stuff, because it's then there's no, well, at the moment, because of COVID's probably, I think now EB are feeling the effect of what's happened with COVID, because there's all the delays in these games coming out.
Yeah.
They're starting, which I'm beneficial to starting to see, which I like as well. If you pre-order your game online, they're starting to do digital pre-order bonuses, and you get outfits and all this kind of stuff that they should have done. It's, to me, EB and GameStop are going to have to switch their buying team on to try and work out, look, we need to start getting collector's editions here at a decent price to try and sell them. Because I'm sorry,
But
but I reckon gone are the days of selling collector's editions for $200 or $250 or
Oh,
whatever it is.
massively.
I think you're going to end up just getting the people that want the collector's edition and selling them for $100 or whatever it is without the game, or with a digital code or something like that.
Well, why is anyone buying disc versions these days when you got to load them onto your console anyway?
That's just it.
because not everyone
what's-
has massive internet connections and can download fucking a game that's
Oh.
200 gig.
Yeah.
But the problem
You know,
you've
there are
got,
still those limitations.
but your
Yeah, but you
problem
still
you've
got
got,
to.
yeah, I was going to say the problem you've got when some of the last, because I wanted to, in the last, I think it was 5 games that I bought on the disc. I went into, every time I loaded that game in, I went into the apps and games and had a look. And 9 times out of 10, it was just a 20 meg or a 10, up to about 10 gig executable that was just putting the basic stuff on your console and then ripping the rest of it off the internet. And I've just gone, what's the point? Like, I don't really care about having this disc box or anything else like that. Like the steel books, steel cases and everything, yeah, they look cool. I wouldn't mind some of those on the games. But at the end of the day is, if I was buying the game and I was getting 2/3 or 3/4 of that game was coming on that disc, and yeah, no worries. But this day and age, what are you missing out on by not buying the disc? You're missing out on an extra friggin' couple of gig.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, you look at Game Pass, you look at how many games go straight to that. You know, the stores are losing out on that. PlayStation are looking at doing something to rival Game Pass. So what does that mean for stores? Are they going to sell any games anymore? You know, because everyone's going to go to subscription-based game services. So
And that's
the
going to turn
stores are
around
going to
and
go.
it's going to turn around and stop all the secondhand market as well. The only thing you're going to be able to sell secondhand is hardware.
Yeah. I think we'll see a subscription / movie service soon too.
No, there's
Probably
one
be-
coming from PlayStation because they're testing it in Portugal.
Because they have Sony Pictures, is that why?
Yeah.
I think we might see a collab with Disney though on Game Pass. To be fair,
I don't reckon Microsoft will want to go out and reinvent the whole movie subscription or anything like that. I
Me
reckon
neither.
they might do a deal. I reckon the
Yeah.
best avenue they've got is if they do a deal with Disney and Netflix, or with Netflix or something like that, where the fact that if you bought the two of them together, you'd save yourself a couple of bucks or something like that, and then people
Yeah.
would start bundling together to get that one price.
I mean, Microsoft already has their films and TV out, which you can rent and buy movies on anyway, which
Yeah.
is on the Xbox. They
Yeah.
don't really need to do anything. I mean, as Phil Spencer said, they want to do everything for the gamers, which to me, they don't want to make another hybrid box that does fucking movies and shit like the Xbox One was first announced to do.
And the other thing is they've already gone and done all the apps, so you can get your Disney Plus on your Xbox, you get your Netflix on your Xbox, you get your Amazon Primes on there.
Everything's on there.
You can load up everything and do everything you want. I reckon Xbox with their Game Pass, and with the biggest thing I reckon that's happened with Microsoft in the last 12 to 18 months is those game studios that it's brought on board. And the fact that they're going to start rolling those out to Game Pass is the reason why Sony is now going, oh crap, we need to do something similar.
Mm.
Yeah.
So the whole point of the conversation was, since pretty much EB Games has gone down the fucking toilet and I'll be actually,
Bow.
I'll be like shocked if the stores are still open in 2023. But
Yeah, I
where are
can agree.
we currently buying our hardware from? Because let's face it, we're not buying software from anyone.
Yeah, Mighty Ape, or I think I might start looking into the Microsoft store, buying stuff online. Because if I can get Microsoft rewards like I am with Game Pass and buying games digitally, then fuck, why am I not buying my console from them? To be fair,
Like
there's
I'm
no,
even
there's no
look,
discount anyway, anywhere you go. So fuck, why not?
Not on hardware. No, it's very hard to get a discount
Yeah.
on hardware.
JB Hi-Fi would probably be the only place you get a discount.
That's because they're taking a loss on it, so you'll buy a vacuum from them as well.
Exactly. So if I wanted a discount, if I wanted a big discount, I'd probably go to JB. But I'm thinking for Microsoft rewards and that, I'll probably start buying off Microsoft. To be fair.
yeah, that's the other thing I'm looking at as well. But
Why
the other
not?
thing
Mighty Ape for me.
yeah, I've been looking at Mighty Ape a bit, but as you're saying, the Microsoft rewards, like trying to get my head around that. Obviously, you get points for doing Game Pass and clocking in the app and loading the Game Pass game up every day and doing
Yeah,
achievements
but
and
you
everything.
get points for just buying a game off Microsoft Store.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Is
Yeah.
you can then redeem those points for credit or
Yeah.
Game Pass or something like that. So I don't know why they don't promote that a little bit more.
I just pull $25 gift cards all the time, and they stack up. You got 3 months to use them, so I never activate them until I need them. But if you ever buying Apex coins, fuck you, birdie. Finally got that heirloom. But it's a no-brainer really. You might as well buy from Microsoft Direct. At least you know they have it in stock too.
Well, you'd hope.
Where are you buying from, Kiwi? I mean, Coxy.
So I'm pretty much sticking with Mighty Ape.
We get a deal on Mighty Ape
I'm
over
at the
here
point where I just don't care.
with shipping.
And that's
Yeah,
why I
I got
wanted to
free
find
shipping
out,
from them,
because
so it
since
makes
you
it.
guys are in New Zealand, it's different to us.
Yeah. We buy a Primate subscription, which is like $18 for 3 months, or is it $50 for a year?
$48 a month. $48 for a year.
$48 a year, and that gives you unlimited shipping. You could order one pop tomorrow, get it sent to you, and then you can order something else the next day and get it sent to you, and you've already paid for your shipping.
Yeah,
You don't
so
get
it's the
charged,
same as like an Amazon Prime.
Right.
$7 a month. $7 a month for Amazon Prime. You get all the shipping. You get the video. You get your free Twitch Prime to use and all the rest of that kind of crap to do.
And that's where online came
it's
from.
good. It's good to have.
We need Amazon to come here because it would shake up the market a bit and probably see some prices start to come down. So it's hard.
Yeah, I think if Amazon come here, you'd see a few businesses struggle.
That's what I mean. Like you guys don't have Amazon. And I remember back in 2017, I think it was, the CEO of EB Games at conference in front of 600 fucking managers literally said, I don't give a fuck about what Amazon's doing in Australia because they're not going to come anywhere near us. It took them less than 12 months to start going into negatives from that point.
Oh, and I think it's just going to keep going for them.
Yeah. But like I've personally been buying a lot of my stuff from the Microsoft website, like Xbox Australia website, and it just comes from the Microsoft in Melbourne.
It would be interesting to see if we were to order stuff from Xbox, how long it would take.
Yeah, maybe I'll give it a go on my next controller.
Well,
you can buy shit. You can buy shit off your dashboard.
That's how I pre-ordered my Series X from them when I didn't think I got one on day one from EB. The Microsoft Store's website wasn't working. I went on my dashboard on my Xbox One X, hit pre-order, and it was done.
Nuts, eh?
Because it just took the payment information from my Xbox. And I was like, and they're like, oh yeah, it will get shipped out the day it comes out. I'm like, okay, so it's probably going to be a week in transit. So I'll get it a week after the launch day. It fucking showed up 10 minutes after I went to EB to pick up my launch day one.
That's a win-win, eh?
I was like,
yep.
What the fuck? I was
Wow,
in shock.
that's nuts.
So, I mean, yeah, I mean, that was good. I've ordered a couple of controllers from them since. That worked out really well. Um,
They don't have the new ones on there. I'm just looking now.
no, not yet. I've been waiting for it.
Oh, we finally got them. We finally got them on EB over here. Fuck, it took
My
a long time.
key lights and all that came from various sources. Like I've been shopping with Scorptech and PLE and M-Wave and places like that. Our Wave microphones came from a Perth trip to PLE, but you know we could have got them online for PLE. They had a pretty good price. I mean, they're one of the first places to actually get them in Australia.
Yeah, see, we don't have that much variety over here. Like PB Tech's are probably our biggest computer store, and then from
And
there,
I
you
don't
know,
find them that great, to be honest. I don't know about you, Coxy. Every shop I go in is kind of small and shitty.
no, well, see, we got 2 big stores here, so I go in there
Yeah.
and get a hard on over all the gear that's in there. But you know, that's just me.
Do you guys have gamesmen over there, or is that? I think it's mostly over
Nah,
here.
EB brought games in, bro, years ago.
Okay, well, we've still got a
Um,
couple over here. I don't know how they're still in business, honestly.
Yeah, man. I remember I used to shop at one in Robina and Gold Coast when I lived there years ago. So I wonder if that's still there. But yeah, I used to shop at the games one. And there was one in Sydney as well. What was that other shop you had? That was it was just called Game. Is there any games left?
No, they're a UK business, and they got destroyed by EB.
Yeah, right.
They're
I used
still
to shop from
going
them as
strong
well.
in the UK, but they have no GameStop or EB over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to buy a bit from Game too when I was in Sydney. They had a good rewards program.
They did, and honestly, I don't know how they didn't like survive.
Yeah. But I think that's what it's going to come down to now. But when you're buying stuff, you know, you want to get something back in your pocket somewhere. You know, you're not going to get that from JB. You're just going to get a discount. You're not going to get. You're going to get fuck all back from EB because the rewards cards just.
The reward system's non-existent.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Yeah, fucking rewards tick up, but you know what can you use them for? Absolutely nothing. Mighty Apes scrapped their reward system because it was shit anyway and it didn't work. But
to me, if you're doing a reward system, you reward the people that are spending the most with the ability to buy stuff earlier.
That's right.
You go after your big customers.
As much as people start whinging, oh well, they spend more money, buy more stuff from there. Stop be loyal and reward, but the businesses need to reward the loyalty. If a customer is loyal and spending X amount of dollars and going up their bloody register thing, give them something for it. Say to them, all right, no worries, you get to go in X amount of days earlier and order something. I think Amazon allow that with your Prime members. We get access to the Prime sale 1 or 2 days before it goes live to the public. And it's same with
if you're a Primate member, you get emailed the day or two beforehand, so you know what's for sale, and you can pre-order off that.
But it's I think that's going to be the case of what's going to make or break a lot of businesses if they want it. Everyone's going to be fighting for customer loyalty going through the future. Because if you could go and buy something from same thing from everywhere else, and it's all similar sort of pricing, because some of the stuff that you're buying and everything, there's no way they're going to put it on sale or anything, or they'll wait late to put it on sale. So to me, it's going to be allow your customers that spend a lot of money to be able to pre-order the stuff earlier. Imagine if EB did that with their Series X's. It would have cut down half the complaining. It would have allowed people that are higher up in their membership to be able to order stuff earlier. And imagine if they said to you, all right, no worries, if you're level 5, you can pre-order 5 days earlier.
Well, that was what was supposed to happen with the reward system. Was the higher the level you were, you're able to pre-order. But then fucking, you know, as soon as Activision announced that they're doing a Juggernog fridge with Black Ops 3, bang, everybody's ringing the store. can I get this? Can I get that? You know, so us level 4 members may have missed out, but it was supposed to be that you're spending so much money, let's reward you, but it never fucking happened. Pissed me
No,
off.
it didn't. The thing is, like, the level 5 program's a fucking joke. There was meant to be the top 1,000 people in Australia. And it gave you nothing except for an extra 5% fucking trade credit. There was other stuff, like, oh, you get free tickets to EB Expo. My first complaint about that is 60% of the EB level 5s are actually in Western Australia out the first year, right? So they've got to spend all this fucking money for a free 1-day pass just to get over there. And you know what the feedback to my complaint was from my regional manager?
What's that?
It was literally, oh, why do you care? Like, you're a manager, like, you can go and get a free 3-day pass anyway. They'll just let you in. We'll just sort it out with the state manager. I'm like, that's not my fucking point. I may be a level 5, but think about it from a customer's point of view. I don't care that I'm a manager in this situation. I care that, like, I've seen the hotel bills, what it takes, like, to get 600 managers in one spot for like a 4-day conference. Can you imagine spending almost $1,000 because all the airlines go up in price because they know it's a conference or EB Expo, whatever? All the hotels are freaking booked out and are really bloody expensive. It's like a $1,200 trip for 1 day of a free pass. There's no point to it.
No, definitely not.
If it was a free 3-day pass for the whole weekend, then I would understand, because they sell them for $150 a pop or whatever, $200 some years. Not the fucking 1-day pass that costs $20. Like, that's nothing.
Because what they should have done is they should have given the level 5s a 3-day pass and then also given them an exclusive couple of hours in the store. Because then the level 5s would have spent money in that store that they would have used to recoup the costs that it would have cost them to give them a 3-day pass.
Exactly. It's that simple.
You market it up, you add some free stuff, but then you get it back by making them give them a 2 or 3 hour window in the sales store or something like that. And I'm sure that they'd go silly. They would probably spend more than $300 each in there,
What was it?
and you'd made it all back.
When we went to PAX 2 years ago? No, it'd be 3 years ago since I've been to Australia. EB Expo was the day beforehand, before PAX. So it was on a Thursday.
That was the last one then.
And it was fucking expensive to get in an extra day. It was like on top of your PAX tickets, us flying from New Zealand to Australia. I was like, what the fuck? You know, I'm a level 4 member and have been a level 4 member for years. I should be getting something fucking towards this, you know?
We don't get anything. That's why I fucking used to use a 7-day rider return. I'd finish the game and take it back. I got so much value out of that.
Does that still exist?
Yeah, it does.
It does?
I thought 10 days for level 4.
I thought that would be the first thing they got rid of to try and save money.
Yeah, same, but no, it's still out there. I just don't buy fucking games now, so otherwise I probably would still use it.
But yeah, like, it was stupid. Like, the last decent it was the last EB Expo was the 3-day pass was really expensive, but like, you get the VIP room and everything like that because you're a premium pass person. So you get your own locker, so you can go and buy a ton of shit, get your own locker, lock it up. You have a chill room so you don't have to go out in the crowds all the time. That's really cool. They also got a gala dinner, just like the store managers all get. They got to have a live regurgitator concert, which the store managers got as well. Like, it was a packed thing. And that was the last EB Expo.
And it's all gone downhill since then.
Can we just go back a bit to that fucking return your game within 7 days?
Yeah.
Or 10 days if you're a level 4. Do they just put that game back on the shelf as brand new?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they did.
If it comes with codes in it, like for a skin or something like that.
Yeah.
Then what happens is it gets put in a defective bin and sent to head office, and head office will re-sticker as a pre-owned.
Right. So whenever they say, "Oh, have you used the code?"
Yeah, that's why. Because they want to know if it's going to be a loss for them.
Right.
But the thing is, it's not a loss, because if they send it back as a defective return, they get the money back from the company. Plus, they'll get a pre-owned version and a new version sent back to them as reimbursement, so they make double the money.
I get fucked. So I never used to use those codes because I used to. Oh, you sons of bitches!
God.
If I had known that, I would have used every code I fucking had.
No, what you do is you just use the code and just say, nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
I did that the last couple of times.
Because I used to check the codes on my phone on the app, and I could tell if it was being used or not.
Oh yeah, of course.
And then I'd just be like, yeah, it's defective.
I had one. I've actually had it twice over probably the last few years, where I've bought games from EB where they're the digital only ones, and they just have the code for the game, and then like Nintendo Switch games and everything like that. So you get the plastic case and the codes inside of it. Anyway, take it home, really get the code, download the game, start playing it, and the game's absolute crap. Take it back, they refund me the money. And they can't use it again because the code's been used.
Exactly.
And the game doesn't disappear. They don't have authority to come and rip the game out of my.
No.
So what they do in that instance is they put the code as a defective item, they send it back, they get a credit back for the store, so the store doesn't lose any money.
Right.
But again, yes, they can't tell if you've just deleted the fucking game.
Although Microsoft brought it a 2 hour, you had a 2 hour window. So if you played the game, you didn't like it, within 2 hours you could get your money back. They've stopped that.
What is it now?
You can't do it.
I thought they had to have it in there.
Use the codes, that's it. Gone.
I think there's still something like that on their digital store.
Nah, man, I tried. My game was under 2 hours. I tried to return it because I didn't like it, and I couldn't.
I'll look into that a little bit.
Is it under 2 hours, or is it a certain percentage of the game you can only do the first?
Under 2 hours.
I thought they'd changed it to the fact that you couldn't have completed more than like 5% or 10%, or like you got to do the first mission and that's it. Then you can return it.
Wonder if we can find out then. We'll have a look. I've just gone on to Xbox store New Zealand, guys, and $99 for a controller, which is already cheaper than EB and JB in New Zealand. $99, and it's got free delivery.
Is that you get free delivery, which is always cool. But is that just a standard black controller?
No, that's red, blue, whatever.
Oh, because our red controllers are more expensive than like a black one.
Yeah, no.
But anyway,
interesting.
But then again, Amazon are doing them for $88 delivered at the moment.
Yeah, see, and that's just crazy, eh? We need.
But that's competition. You shop around, but the only thing is it's only free delivery for Amazon Prime members.
Yeah.
So there's your hook into them wanting to do it.
I got refunded on my Amazon Prime the other day.
Yeah,
they've now changed us to New Zealand dollars.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I just got a Prime Video subscription, so I can watch stuff on Amazon Prime Video, and it gives you Amazon Prime as a part of the subscription.
Yeah.
That's not like I paid for it specifically.
It's $7 or whatever, and they just give you everything. I think it's even a music subscription.
Yeah, I keep getting fucking emails about that. You're not using something in your subscription. I'm like, I don't care.
Well, at least they're being nice and telling you the stuff you're not.
I know.
Using. So anyway, let's keep moving along.
Yeah, we'll run out of time.
We are.
So,
fuck EB. Anyway, let's go.
Fuck EB. Now let's go fuck PlayStation.
Yeah, big time. With a fucking anyway.
But as powerful as PlayStation is, with all its popularity and everything among gamers these days, it seems they can't control everything, including the platforms that their actual developed games are going on. Which, of course, I'm talking about MLB The Show, going to Game Pass on Xbox. It came out day one. And this has absolutely nothing to do with Sony trying to control anything, because when they went to relicense it 2 years ago now, MLB turned around and said, yes, you can keep the license, but it has to go onto an Xbox platform from now on. and that kind of sung the song for it. What shocks me is that since Sony actually develops the game in their own studio, but MLB publishes it, MLB was the company that actually signed Microsoft's deal to go to Game Pass day one, which I really want to know if Sony actually had any say or question about that whatsoever.
Well, it's gone and done a big stuff you to Sony, because Sony people that want to play the game have to pay, what is it, $100 for it on day one?
Yeah,
That's what I
we,
mean.
we can just download it for $17 for the month.
I'm not very,
You know what
play it.
I'm not
you
very
know what I love?
interested in MLB, but I downloaded it because it's on Game Pass and streamed it.
Fucking fantastic game, man. I tell you, fantastic. We've missed a good baseball game over the side of the wall for a long time, but fuck, I love it. I turn it on, and the first thing that comes up, Sony pictures.
Yeah, San Diego
It's like,
Studios
boom.
PlayStation. I'm just like, that's weird.
How funny is that, eh? But yeah, it's I'm enjoying it. Fucking loving it. I've been hanging out for it for a long time since it got announced, and yeah, it's definitely lived up to my expectations. So good.
Yeah, mine's downloading at the moment.
It's a fun game.
Yeah.
I'm actually intrigued to see how, like, what else starts coming to Game Pass. Like, are we just going to be seeing everything that I think that Microsoft have said, isn't it? Or everything out of every one of their studios that they own is coming to Game Pass day one?
Yep.
Yeah.
And they said that years ago.
Perfect Dark. That means
Halo.
all the Bethesda games, Halo.
Yeah. Everything. It's just gonna be massive. It's gonna be an absolute juggernaut of a subscription service.
Oh, I think you can see that now with the fact that Sony is scrambling to try and do something similar.
Oh, definitely. I sent you boys that link the other day. How many Xbox Game Pass subscriptions have they had?
Oh, millions.
Millions. What was it? 33 million? I can't remember. It was fucking huge. Huge how many people have signed up to it. So, yeah, that blew me away.
But honestly,
and how many more people will sign up to it as these games start coming out?
Exactly.
I think you'll find you'll get the people who convert just to play the games. But like, it will be interesting to see what PlayStation does to combat Game Pass. It has to be big. They can't half-ass it, otherwise they're just going to get laughed off the fucking park.
Like they're what, PlayStation Plus?
Laughed off the Major League Baseball park, or
like, okay, honestly, if this game was coming to Xbox day one that it's launched, right, but it wasn't on Game Pass, would you go and buy it?
I wouldn't have played it.
I wouldn't have, because it's not my type of thing. But I have found it a lot of fun.
I would have, because I've been hanging out for a baseball game for years.
I used to have this, like, a number of customers that would, I think I had about 3 or 4 customers that bought a PlayStation 4 for MLB and fucking Gran Turismo. That was it. And they were sorely disappointed because there was only one Gran Turismo game and it was shit.
Yeah.
Because they were Xbox people.
Can we talk about game share for a minute?
Yeah.
Does anyone game share here?
I think Matt does.
Yeah, I do. Between my setup, my daughter.
Right. No, so you don't share with a friend though?
No.
Right.
One of our used to be very good friends used to game share with somebody.
How does that work?
So the game share, as far as I know, because Matt might have it set up differently, because it's with your daughter.
Yes, he's local.
No. It doesn't really matter. It's the same as set up as what another friend of mine that does it as well. So you set your home console as their console, or in my case, I set my home console as my daughter's console.
Yeah.
Which means I can download games onto that one. And then I'd log into my console I was going to use and download the games onto there. That's how it works. Because whatever console set as your home console will always have access to all the games that you own.
So
Right.
that's like
So
the family sharing.
when your mate wants to play it down the road, then
You have to pretty much give him your login because he has to make his console your home console. Because your
I
profile
see.
has to sit on there separately as the one that owns the console, and then he does his login underneath and logs in like normal. So that's what I mean.
Can you both play the game at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's because that's how I play games at the same time with my daughter.
So
Right.
it's a little bit that sounds more like family sharing to me. There is another way to do it, where you can set up game sharing between two different profiles, because
Yeah.
that's what Aaron used to do with I can't remember who, but they like it would happen that like they'd be playing Destiny and the person would buy all the expansions and then he would sit there and go, hold on, did you just buy them all? Because they'd all pop up on his download feed
Yeah, that's
automatically.
what
And they're
I'm
not in the
talking
same
about.
house or anything. They're not even in the same
Yeah.
town.
Yeah. So only one person's paying for the game while the other person's getting
Well,
it for
either
free,
one can
pretty much.
pay for it technically.
Yeah. Or go halves in it. Does that not make more sense?
I don't know. I just at the end of the day,
you
I
really
reckon
have to trust the person because I think they did need each other's details.
you
for
need
some
each
stuff.
other's profile on each
So,
other's Xboxes.
It's something you really need to trust that person for.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I couldn't do it with Coxy, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, you could, but you're a fuck.
What's the point
No,
anymore? We got Game Pass.
Exactly.
That's what I mean. You got Game
Yeah,
Pass.
I just raised the question because I saw my mate playing MLB fucking 3 days ago, and I said, bro, why? Why aren't you waiting for Game Pass? He goes, oh, I game share with my mate, and he brought the Ultimate version. I'm like, right.
That's
okay.
all it is.
But
Yeah.
the other thing I noticed is because even with Game Pass, for my daughter to be able to play Game Pass, I either need to activate a subscription on hers. But the other side of it being is because that's set as my home console and I've got Game Pass, it can download the games onto that console for her, and then I can play and download them onto mine and play it as well.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, you still need
So
your own
just-
Xbox Live Gold and everything like that.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Xbox Live Gold, how many idiots are we going to get now that that's just been thrown open for the free to plays?
Yeah.
Fucking, can I get a?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a good thing. But
Yeah, I mean that, but how many people are you going to get like you're getting with hackers in Modern Warfare on PC that when they get banned, they just make another account?
that's true.
Yeah, but Activision did a thing, especially in the States, because it was getting out of hand, that you have to sign up with a cell phone number.
Oh,
Okay.
they're doing the Tinder
Yeah.
out.
But
It was
it's
just a way to try and stop it.
well, I thought I seen an article the other day where someone from Raven Studios had admitted the fact that hackers are destroying the work that they've created.
Oh,
I'm
hell.
like, it's only taking you this long to realize that? I'm just like,
I think that'd be the anti-cheat team would be sitting there going like, holy fuck, they've changed so much code, like I don't even recognize it anymore.
but it's as you're saying, we were talking about it the other day, there's that Apex competition that was happening in Europe that got brought to a bloody crawl or stopped and hasn't been done again yet because a couple of hackers got in the lobby and they were just, this is like a full-blown win money competition and they had hackers running around the lobbies.
You needed an invitation with a code to get into these private servers and they just hacked straight in and started playing and destroying everyone.
To the point where they had to cancel the competition because they couldn't kick them out and couldn't stop them doing whatever they wanted to the server. So I'm just like,
fucked.
Anytime the hacker got killed by a legitimate player, they would DDoS the server and shut down the game. So no one could finish a fucking game anyway.
So yeah, interesting world we're living in here where the fact is competitive gameplay is just brought to ransom by a hacker.
You'd need to literally play on a LAN now, I reckon, for it to be fair. And even then.
Oh. No.
Yeah, but that's like the argument they're arguing with I think it's challenges in Call of Duty. Apparently they've seen a few people in challenges that are hacking and using other bits and pieces to get ahead sort of thing. So they're trying to work out, well, people try and get talent out of challenges. Are you actually getting talent, or are you just going to end up pulling someone? One day, someone's going to end up pulling through a hacker or something like that onto their bloody CDL team.
Yeah.
We've seen it before in professionals.
Yes, CSGO tournament.
Yeah.
Fucking come up across the bottom of the screen. Has been banned by VAC.
Yeah. Like
Or the
that
one that
league
was
player
carried
that was cheating. He had a
that had
USB thumb drive in the PC.
thumb drive with with an executable on it. You'd plug into each PC when you'd go to a tournament.
Yeah, he would be in stage and throw thousands of people. You just sneak it in.
I don't know, but I think Game Pass is going to be a good thing. I think there's a lot of people that were a bit bloody dirty on the whole fact that we were getting MLB The Show for nothing.
Oh, there was some hate on
Yeah.
Twitter.
Massive hate. Massive hate.
I felt like putting up a
it's
clip
still,
of me
what,
playing it.
$240 a year.
Yeah, man. It's the Game Pass. They must make some money off Game Pass. These
Oh, they do.
these
It's highly
publishers.
Oh.
profitable. Yeah, massively.
And like that's the thing. Like that's what made me curious about this whole deal. Like, yeah, MLB probably signed it over to Game Pass day one, but that means that Sony will get some sort of indication now of how it works because they have to be given money from Game Pass.
Yeah.
And I know I've heard from developers before that it seems that every developer gets a different contract with Xbox for Game Pass.
Yeah.
So this is going to be an indication to Sony that says pretty much like this is the ins and outs of what a contract could look like on this kind of service. So it's going to let them in the door a little bit, but at the same time, I don't think Xbox would be worried about that. They'd probably be welcoming more Sony games.
That's one of the reasons why I download it and I will play it, is just for the fact being that I've been, from what I've read and know and everything, on Game Pass, when a game gets loaded in there, it goes off how many people download it and how many people play it for a certain time as to how much money you get given back to you from the game being on Game Pass. And the more it scales up, the more money you get back. So if a lot of people are downloading MLB The Show through Game Pass and playing it, it's just going to be a big what are you going to call it? Big stuff you do, buddy. Sony going, well, look how many people have downloaded on Xbox.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if it makes more money on Xbox than PlayStation.
Fuck, it probably will, man. It probably will.
Well, it won't, because people have to buy it on PlayStation, so they're already fucking making handfuls of money there anyway. So
Yeah,
but yeah, I
from
can just see.
watching Birdie stream, I think the old microtransactions happen in MLB as well, don't they?
Oh, not bad.
Getting skins and other bits and pieces.
I never bought anything, but yeah, it reminds me of NBA 2K a little bit. Like you can buy some stuff to make your character look better, but it doesn't really seem.
We just play through it and get the fucking coin and then buy it through that.
Predatory. Like I couldn't find a way to like pay to win.
No. I just brought a bat
There'll
and
be a
like
way.
a hot dog. Fucking sick.
But yeah, I haven't bought anything on it. I didn't see the need. But yeah, we better move on because we're running out of time fast.
Yeah, man.
That's what
Coming up
happens
on
when we
dinner
get
time
around
in
the
New
table
Zealand.
and talk
Whew.
shit.
Okay, so for the past 8 odd years, my favorite time of year is literally been E3. I love watching the announcements and all the new games and hardware and everything like that. And for a little while, there was actually kind of an event that like a big mob of our friends would get together, have a barbecue and all sit back and watch it together, which was always a lot of fun. But now everything's starting to diminish and everything like that. And obviously with companies like EA and Nintendo and Sony pulling out of big E3, and Xbox technically has a booth there, but they don't do their big stage announcements at E3 anyway. They do it in their own building over the road. It's kind of gone sideways because obviously the ESA, who runs E3, has been losing money, so they've been jacking up the prices to have a booth at E3. Last year, obviously, it was cancelled because of COVID-19. And then with the help of IGN and Jeff Keighley, that ran completely digital events at probably a much lower cost than what E3 could ever freaking do it at. And to me, like the Summer of Gaming went really well last year, even though it was a very slapstick kind of throw it all together digital event. Like props to IGN and Jeff Keighley's team, like they did a really good job with that, working together. But the thing is, like, has this destroyed E3 forever? Like, they're coming back this year with a fully digital event, and apparently the prices to be a part of that fully digital event are ludicrously expensive, even though you're not buying up floor space or electricity or anything. And yes, apparently at E3, if you have a booth, you have to pay extra for electricity to it.
Well, having been to the last E3, I can tick that off my bucket list because I say last because I believe it's the last. You listen to people on the show floor saying no Sony, no EA. The hall's empty. You have your big players. Borderlands was there. Fuck. Watch Dogs 3 was supposed to be the other big thing, and it was just you went and watched a video you could have watched on YouTube. Fortnite was massive, as it always is, but you know, I went to the Microsoft Theater and I was talking to a woman there, and even she said, you know, with no Sony there, it's just not E3. It does not feel like E3. Cut it back off, get rid of all the people, you know, all the fans, and have it digital only, media access, because you know, with Sony there, it made it feel real. But this year with Sony not being there and people being allowed in, it just didn't feel right. So the way I see it, E3's done. It was good while it lasted, but times are changing and everything's going to go digital. So
Well, like only in the past 2 years they've actually just started allowing the general public in, and I just don't think they were built for it. Honestly, not like what Gamescom is in Germany.
no, well we went to part of the theater and went through a side door, and I found the Control Freak booth, and I was like, "Oh, can we have a look?" And they're like, "No, you're not allowed to be here. You need to leave." And it's like, well, that's one way to make us feel fucking wanted. You know, we're the big consumers spending the money buying your products, and you're pretty much telling us to fuck off.
So what?
They didn't have a booth though. They had a conference booth for just suppliers. Because when
So
I was
that's what
there
it
in
was.
2000,
Okay.
yeah, when I was there in 2018, you couldn't buy anything. I spent fucking ages trying to find them. Finally found them, and you weren't even allowed in that part. So they only had a conference booth to show suppliers what they had coming
Right.
in there.
So
You
that's
can't
pretty
buy
much
anything
what an
off.
EB Expo conference was for the managers. They just had like all these booths from suppliers and stuff, so we could test the product. But they would be packed up and gone before any actual customers came through the door.
Yeah. Well, I even wanted to buy a fuck, what's those controllers that you like, Coxy?
Scuff.
Scuff.
Yeah, scuff. So I found the scuff stand. It was in the middle of the floor and all that. And I was like, oh, sweet. Can I pick up that Forza? You know, can I buy that? Oh, no. You got to only buy it on our website. I'm like, fuck, I've just flown all the way from New Zealand. Surely you can sell me a controller. No, I can't do that. I was like, why the fuck are you even here if you can't sell any of your gear?
That's just it. It's a trade show. It's not meant to have consumers in there. They just wanted to make more money off tickets.
Oh, exactly. But you go across to the Xbox pavilion, the theater, and you can buy whatever the fuck you want in there. You know, crazy.
Yeah, I think if E3 ever does survive through this and everything like that, they should go back to media only, because
Yeah,
me,
I think it will.
that's what they need to be doing. They need to be, or whether it's like media / people in the gaming space, tech industry sort of thing, that have some followings to allow them to come in and
Yep.
play with the new stuff and do a video to put on YouTube to help promote them and help promote the game and get the hype and all that kind of stuff. I don't think the public should be in there. I think
Nah,
it should be
nah.
that's the way it should be done. It's done as a media, like, promotion event sort of thing, to allow people to go in, try the stuff out, and then help them promote the games as they're coming out, or
Fan
do that kind.
FanFest, Microsoft FanFest was how I thought E3 would have been, and E3 was just fucking shit.
That's something that Xbox puts on themselves to give
Yeah,
you
exactly,
the E3
exactly.
experience.
Yeah, and we got E3 passes for free, so we didn't have to pay the $150 they wanted. So that was fantastic.
And that's just
But-
it. Like Gamescom tickets are way cheaper than E3 tickets were,
Yeah,
and you can buy
So-
stuff there.
yeah, exactly.
That's
So-
the next big one that I want to do is Gamescom in Germany.
I'd love to go to Gamescom. It's like it puts every PAX to shit.
All right, let's
Well,
do it.
that's what I was hoping
Mm.
E3 would do is put, PAX to shame. But to be honest, I still prefer PAX.
I've talked to a few people that have gone to a couple of E3s now, and they said it was never great. Like the best
Yeah,
things you could
it's
see.
always never been media only
Yeah,
Yeah,
sort of
I
thing,
would
and
go
that's
back to it.
because that's what it used to be. The interesting part of it is they'd go to E3, they'd do their little thing, or you get all the different presentations from the different people, and then you'd get together with your mates that night or whatever and watch them all back and have a look at all the games that are coming out and have a chat and all the rest of it. To me, that's what that event is about, like to let general public in, and the fact that then suppliers need to work, or people that are promoting there need to go, oh crap, we've got to bring stuff along to sell. When the aim of the event is to show what's coming out, what's available, what's going on, and everything. And to me, that should be given to media / people that are in that sort of industry to promote that kind of stuff, get the hype going, get people interested in these products.
Like the major highlights that I've heard from a couple of people that I know have gone, like one of them said they met Ryan McCaffrey, who was literally running through the hallway to get an appointment, but they got a selfie with him because they were both fucking running.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah, well,
you can see
that's
some
what I'm-
media people, whoop-de-doo.
that's the only thing is, like, you see it with no, I think it was last time they did it, not last year, the year before. IGN put out a big thing saying, look, if you see our stuff, or even they talked about it in their podcast and stuff, if you see us around there, don't think that we're rude. It's just we have obligations to go get to these specific meetings that we've organized to do these sorts of things, and we can't stand around and get a photo with you guys and everything like that. So to me, that means that this event should be closed off from the general public, because it just sounds to me like the general public, albeit I'd love to go and do all this kind of stuff, is just going to be a hindrance.
Yeah. Like I've had the very unique perspective of seeing an EB Games Expo when it's the beforehand, where there is some media walking around getting stories and stuff like that and testing stuff, but there's also 600 to 1,000 store managers, area managers, HR people, all from EB Games, going around to all the booths, because we're on a schedule as well, and we have to like go and talk to all the different developers and everything like that, play the games, talk to marketing people about new products that are coming to the stores and blah blah blah. Like you have, and then like at this time you've got your next booth and it's written on your piece of paper, and you keep going like that, and going around in like that corridor, like you guys have seen the size of what an EB Expo can be, you bump into people and stuff like that. And then I've seen it day one of EB Expo one time before I had to leave with consumers in there. Holy fuck, I don't know how anyone could get to an appointment in that place.
You can't.
Exactly.
Not
I mean,
quickly.
and this was at Sydney. Like this was the first expo I ever went to that I got to see the before and the after. And that was the biggest venue that I had ever seen an EB Expo in. And it was packed.
Yep. No, I don't know. I think more and more of developers and stuff like that, I think, are going to be working out the fact like Nintendo do with their little mini directs and their Nintendo directs and all the rest of it throughout the year, where they keep dropping content throughout the year. I think that's where we're going to end up seeing people are more interested in seeing constant content than once a year.
Yeah, and I think you'll see like what PlayStation does every couple of months. They do theirs, Xbox is going to pick that up if they're not already doing it, and that'll become the norm. That's the way I see things going. So E3 done and dusted.
It's E3 another reason that EB is lacking in sales because of the fact you have E3 announce all their stuff. They'd be in there throwing it all into pre-orders, all on their bloody website and everything like that, and people would be putting their $10 deposit down on all these games that are coming out over the next 12 months. How much?
No, we used to call it Hell Week because it would just be ridiculous.
Yeah, but how much money do you reckon EB would take in that week that E3's out?
I know last year.
pre-orders.
Millions.
I know last year they tried to call it the summer of gaming, but it didn't really work because it wasn't a condensed week like E3 is. It was almost a month long.
Mm.
So yeah, like.
But
you
the
know,
knock-on, I'm just talking about the knock-on effect of E3. The
Oh,
fact
yeah.
that there was that week and what it'd do to the retail industry, and now that's not there. The retail industry is not getting that big hit of pre-orders. People aren't doing that kind of stuff anymore.
If your KPIs didn't show like a 500 to 700% increase in pre-orders in that week, then you did bad. Like you would hear about it. So
Fair enough.
yeah, it made a lot of money, and yeah, there was some people that would cancel it afterwards because someone would do a preview a month later of a game, and it's like, oh yeah, it's shit. And, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but the other side of it is with EB and other retailers when they get the fact that someone's paid all these deposits down on the game and they went to go refund, 9 times out of 10, someone's just going to take that credit and transfer it across to another game they've already pre-ordered.
That's
so
what
they're
I
never
mean.
going to get
It would-
refund the money.
It would be a negligible amount. Like you might lose maybe $300-400, $500 if you really like got hit hard by a game. But you probably took in 40,000 that week.
Yep.
Like
Anyway.
the Hell Week.
Oh, keep moving along. Outriders.
Outriders.
Let's go.
Another Game Pass game.
So it has been really popular, which I'm actually shocked about because who remembers the last game that came out from Square Enix?
I do. Oh, guess what? There was another game I pre-ordered at fucking EB Games and then cancelled
What, Avengers?
because I played the demo. No, Anthem.
Oh, Anthem. That wasn't Square Enix, that was EA.
Square Enix. Who is this kid? Can we get a
That's a
substitute?
good one. No, I got my game. I got my fucking things mixed up.
That's all good. But yeah, Avengers was the last game that Square Enix brought out that was kind of similar and it was kind of shit.
Yeah, I never played it.
Me neither. But yeah, it came Game Pass day one from Square Enix, which is, we know holding the dick of Sony, so that's another win for Xbox. It probably made it more popular, but honestly, if it wasn't on Game Pass, is it a good game?
Probably not.
I'm actually enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it too. Like, apart from the bugs that we initially had.
No, I think it's
I don't know.
fantastic.
Yeah.
With
I don't actually know if I would have picked it up.
I
I
think
think-
I would have. You would have, Coxy, if I had have. You would have had to.
Well, to be fair, I played the demo and I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go! This is awesome."
The demo
And
won
Yeah.
it for me.
Yeah.
The demo won over, but the other thing is the reason why I went hard on the demo is I knew that progress carried over to the game. That's the
Yeah.
biggest thing that annoys me
It was
when
cool.
games
It was cool.
when games bring out or developers bring out demos, like all be like alpha demos and everything like that, you just say that it is that sort of thing. But if you're going to full blown like this is a demo of the game, why can't our progress and Outriders has shown that the fact that you can do your progress in the demo and it'll carry and it will change over to the game. It's the full version game when it comes out.
So Nintendo games have been doing it for ages.
Yeah.
But
I've been enjoying the different. Well, we've gone through and been able to, between the two of us, use up the 4 different
classes.
character sets, classes that there is, and
Yeah, we did a
there's
reset.
a lot of there's a lot of fun and everything. Or when we worked out that one of the classes was the cause of the glitching that we're having. But in saying that, it's been good for the different what you can do, the different attributes, and the fact when you are a team of 3 and you're working together, the fact that you can complement each other with your different classes to take someone down.
Yeah, so we've been playing at World Tier 9, and we've just run into fucking trouble. Getting stuck hard because we are only playing with 2 people, we're not playing as 3. And we're playing 7 levels like there are 7 levels above where we are. So, you know, you spend we had a mini boss, I think I'd put fucking 800 rounds into it, and that's not including the rounds I'd use with my abilities either. So, some bosses are freaking hard, and then some
I
areas
think
are
they're
just
actually doesn't matter what level you go in at some of those bosses. I know probably the ones you're talking about. They're just there for that aspect sort of thing, the fact that to hold you up and make you take time to do it. But there's
oh,
certain I've been finding that there's certain things that you come out into the or whatever you in the mode that you're fighting against, that if you're a certain class, you got no hope against them.
No, no, that's true.
Pyro
What
sucks.
classes is everyone playing?
So I'm
I've
playing
got
Pyro, and I'm disadvantaged off the bat. And I've watched a few videos on YouTube, and even they've said the Pyro class is still well behind the other characters. So
Hmm.
it's quite hard
I'm
when
having fun being the pyro. I actually just make people really just got to get that exploder thing in there, and then you just take a few shots off, and then they explode, and they just pummel everyone else around them.
Can't remember what my guy's called. I
Well,
just the
And then I've
destroyer.
done the heavy one as well,
yeah.
where you just ready.
So you used to have literally done the 2 that Base has done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
I started with the Trickster, but it kept on causing the game to crash. It was a known bug. So we did a reset, and I've gone over to Technomancer with Base as the Pyro.
And we've been finding we've been getting a lot through the game a lot smoother and
Yeah.
easier.
I
under
think
those
it
2
depends on the
classes.
classes you pick to complement each other. Like, since the Technomancer is like a medium to long range person that has turrets and that to kind of add effect to it, along with like Base running in with the Pyro, and I can support him. Like, I can take a few shots off of somebody and he's just like ripping them to pieces after that.
yeah,
It doesn't
I find
always
I go
work.
down a lot though because his
Sorry?
health is. I find I go down a lot because the health is actually quite far behind.
Hmm.
Yeah, I noticed with the pyromancer, my health doesn't last as long as when I'm the heavy guy, but I've been going through and looking at the perks. So because of the fact I noticed that I've been using a lot of guns and a lot of perks to do health regen,
Yep.
to help do that kind of stuff. And the other ones I've been looking at is the guns that do when you get up to the purples and golds and everything, you get the ability to do a shield bubble around you, and that just turns you into a bullet sponge pretty much. They takes you ages to get taken down on that. But in
Yeah.
saying
I've
that,
got a.
the
Go ahead.
heavy guy is a bit different in the fact that you can with the heavy guy. I wasn't like the pyro. I look for a lot more cover these days. But when I was the heavy guy, like Birdie will notice that he'd go, "Where the hell are you?" And I'd just be jumping in the air and then just pounding the ground about 100 meters ahead just to destroy the group of people.
That's what Kiwi does.
Hmm.
So I run an ability where I turn my gun into fire ammo, and
Yeah, I run
fucking it
that one as well.
destroys, man. It's so good. But I try and get my
Stick
because I
that
run
on
an
an
LMG.
LMG.
Yeah, 150 round mag, and I try and get the trying to get a freeze ability. So that way you freeze the person you're shooting at, and then you can just headshot the shit out of them and take them out pretty quickly.
Mm.
So
That's where we've been
that's
lucky in the
good.
fact that Birdie's class, his little cannon thing he throws out freezes them.
Yeah, my turret is
So,
all freeze. Like, Technomancer is 90% freeze abilities.
so
Yo, that's pretty cool.
he just
And
throws his turret out and freezes them, and then I just light up the fire bullets and then just pretty much unload a whole LMG mag into them, and they're toast most of
Yeah.
the time.
Like at the moment,
Yeah,
I'm
so
running one ability that's a minigun or a rocket launcher, depending on what I want. The other one's my little turret that fires ice at things and freezes it all. And I keep going towards a rocket barrage or my toxic bullets, which, oof.
But that's the thing I'm liking about the game is the different combos you can get.
Hmm.
In not just in the fact that the class you're in, but the different combos you can get from the guns and the actual armor and stuff you're wearing as well. Because I've
I've
worked
had
out that
two. I've had 2 legendary drops, and I've boosted both of those up, and they fucking make a huge difference.
but even in the armor, if you find some good armor that you've got, go
Yeah.
in and mod it and change the because it helps your skills. So I've found
Yeah.
with the heavy and the pyro, depending on what armor you've got, if you add the mod in of that armor, you can then get it either to fast charge or you'll get double of it. So
Right,
when
yeah.
you're like pounding the ground, like when you're doing the one where you jump in the air and you pound the
Yeah.
ground as a heavy, with certain armor attached, I've worked out I can do that twice. So I've gone and done it where I've float in and done it, and then I'll jump back up again and I'll go and attack it. I go for an enemy that's near
really?
birdie to fly back again.
Yeah, right.
And the thing I like about this game is once you start downing someone, like even as the pyro, when I'm setting people on fire
Yeah.
with the skill set on that, and their health goes down, their health doesn't regen. So once
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
started knocking them down, it's down.
Hmm.
Fuck yeah.
I've got a
No,
helmet
I'm
that
into
gives me a double up effect with my minigun. Anytime I pop that, instead of having 150 rounds, it has 400. So I'm just sitting there holding it for freaking days because it doesn't reload. Once it's gone, it just disappears back to your normal gun.
Damn. Damn.
Downside is you
But
can't
Has-
move with that fucking thing out.
Has anyone
Yeah.
got through the story yet?
Nah, we kind of
Nah.
try to pull back and do some sideys and shit. First, try and clean that up and then sort of work through.
Hmm.
Because we
I
found
saw
we
dudes-
got way into the forest and there and we got heaps of fucking side missions still that we haven't even touched.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
what
see
I
the
think we're
end.
at too.
The end is grind like Destiny.
Hmm. Well, apparently there's a raid coming out for it.
Oh shit, real.
Which I'm hoping is going to be 6-person, because I think 3-person raids.
Surely
It's more.
4.
I don't know.
4 minimum.
4 would be good.
Well, I just look at the fact that Destiny's, I think when you're normally doing it's 3 people in a group, and then when you do a
Yep.
raid, they do 6, so they get you 2 groups. So I don't think if they do the raid, I don't see them just allowing to add 1 or 2. I think they'd do it so the fact that you can run 2 groups of 2 like squads together.
Yeah, okay.
That'd be handy because I mean, well, we've got 4 people right now.
Hmm.
We get old Tinny TV in. There'll be 5.
Yeah.
No, we're just going
It's
to go and lick
crossplay as
mics.
well.
It is actually. It's an
Yeah, well,
interesting game though.
Tinny plays on
He plays on
PC. Joins us.
Yeah, I've been watching some of his Warzone Rebirth videos. They're quite good.
You guys are nuts.
He's a savage, man.
But I think it would be cool if it was a 4-person raid, because that would mean like you could have one of each character class.
Yeah,
Surely they'll.
but even that, even if you went 6 sort of thing and you start doing the raid, you're always going to work out which classes is handy to have a double up of, and which ones you just might not want all 4 classes in there, depending on how you're doing the raid and what you're doing with it. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, we got to keep moving along.
Well, so general consensus: Outriders is good.
Yep.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
wait, I'm glad we all agree, because we didn't have to pay for it.
No, exactly. Fantastic.
I'll stop being a prick one day, I swear. Okay. So what have we been fondling, peeps? Kiwi. Oh God. Is that a waffle thing?
What is that?
They called a
Nah,
fucking.
Poppers.
They called poppers, and you just fucking sit there and just.
Is it
Anyway,
is it
I brought a
the
couple for my daughter, and they're just fucking addictive, really.
So is it bubble wrap that doesn't
fidget
pop?
spinners?
Yeah, well, pretty much. It's
Okay, yeah.
the other way.
Oh, I
So you
see.
just push them in, and you fucking, they come out the other side. Oh, it's just.
It is just a new fidget spinner.
It's good for my arthritis. No, I'm just fucking with you. Yeah, pretty much. It pretty much is a new fidget spinner. That's exactly what it is.
A lot bigger, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, you can get huge ones. You can get fucking unicorn ones. You name it. But yeah, this is pretty fun. But for me, Outriders and MLB The Show is where I'm at the moment.
I've been doing a little bit of achievement hunting on the old Game Pass games. A few of those. Nowhere near as bad as Kiwi with his freaking 5,000 or 10,000 gamer score or whatever he's got for the month, which I think his wife's helping with. But other thing I did enjoy was Dirt 5. I fired that one up on the steering wheel, and that is a lot of fun being able to just throw the car around a lot better than on the old controller.
Yeah.
Nice.
Except for sprint cars. Sprint cars are just arse. Doesn't matter if you play them on steering wheel or controller. There's just an arse of it.
I actually went alright on my last run on that new DLC.
It doesn't matter if you're in a sprint car on anything, including a real sprint car. They're all fucking ass, man.
But yeah, I think what we did do, I've been putting the Outriders, been trying to get through that bit by bit. And just get the old race sim going, and then other things been going through the Fortnite battle pass with my daughter. She's into that, so doing challenges and everything. I think she's about 20 levels ahead of me at the moment, but got some catching up to do.
Ban her from it for a week, you'll be right. So I've been smashing Outriders. I've been playing a lot of PUBG this weekend. Trying to get to gold on the old ranked. But I've actually got God of War downloading on my PlayStation 5, which I'm going to crank up and fucking replay that story. So quite looking forward to that. Giving that a hurl.
Nice.
Yeah, just reminded me I got the Spider-Man to go back and finish.
Got the Spoodmans.
So what have you been playing, Birdie?
I have been playing a little bit of Apex because, let's face it, War Games is actually really good. Still get cheaters here and there, and I still think that Olympus. Olympus is a trash map, and they should just fuck it off and yeet it in the bin. But they did the arenas preview event where you had to go and scan all the holo sprays across Kings Canyon and Olympus and go up into the tower for the arena and see Ash's face telling you that you're all going to die. I did that just before the trailer came out, so that was good. I'm actually really looking forward to that. But yeah, I like the Ultra Zones and I like the regen mode that's in the War Games at the moment. It gives you a whole new perspective on how to play. Like, you can actually push a team and not die. So that's been fun. Apart from that, been playing some Outriders with Bass here. Been sitting on my racing sim as well. And I did play some Dirt as well. On his suggestion, it was a lot of fun. Jim Khan is a lot of fun with the steering wheel, actually. I'm a little bit pissed, though. There's no fucking clutch pedal in the game.
No.
I was like, oh yeah, I'm just going to start clutch kicking this thing sideways. No, can't do it. Doesn't
recognize it.
Has no setting for it in the entire game.
That's nuts.
So doing the Forza featured rivals modes as well, like that, like normal, and on Suzuka Circuit. I'm currently 25th in Asia Pacific area. I have a few thousand.
Nice.
So they can all go and suck my dick because I don't have an expensive setup like they do. But yeah, apart from that, just going here and there. Me and Bass might be playing a little bit of PUBG at some point with Kitten. See how her old schoolness
Kitten.
goes. Huh?
Get in with us. Get in with us, boys. Fuck. What are you talking about?
I was going to jump in before, but you guys had a full party by the looks of it.
It's always a full party when we're playing with those boys from America, but
I want to see how
no, we
Kitten
can.
does. I've never seen her play PUBG.
Fair cool.
I've seen her
no, we
play
can
COD
try.
and I've seen her play Apex, and she's fucking ferocious.
Yeah.
Should
let
we
us
actually
know.
get some
We'll be
PUBG
keen.
going tonight?
Fucking keen. I think I might stream slots tonight, to be honest.
Yeah, for about 10 minutes.
Slots and hot tub. Yeah, but yeah. Other than that, fucking good to go.
Oh, fuck.
Hot tubs.
Uh,
Yeah, let's go. Fucking banned within 10 minutes.
Mm.
Hey, you won't.
Hey, have you guys seen how many streams are slots at the moment? I just filled my
No.
account up actually, so I'm gonna stream one tonight. There are so many people gambling on the fucking Twitch right now. It's ridiculous.
I thought that was illegal.
So did I, but apparently not. So I'm fucking gonna kick it in tonight. It's absolutely nuts, man. How many people stream slots
Okay.
like crazy? So yeah, slots and hot tubs, sluts and hot tubs, slots and hot tubs. Yeah, outstanding.
Fair enough.
I've got room for a pullback here.
Oh, God.
Go.
How many bottles of
What-
lube are you going to go grab?
Just use
Whatever
vodka,
gets the
mate.
viewers, isn't it?
Oh, exactly.
You just got to get yourself in a bikini then.
Yeah, exactly.
Shave one into your chest, boy.
Yeah. All good, boys. All good.
Oh, well. So, it's time to wrap this up. Kiwi, where can we find your stuff?
Everywhere: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, Glimish,
Shit.
X _
Yeah.
dirty _ Kiwi _ X.
Have you gone to Glimish now?
Oh, I've loaded up an account for it.
So
I'm
is it
just waiting
active?
for it to waiting for it to kick out of alpha, and then we'll do something when it actually sorts its shit
Right,
out.
so you're going to be exclusively streaming at 3 different locations.
Yeah, and YouTube, Dirty Kiwi. Let's fucking
Fuck's
go.
sake. 4 different locations.
Yeah, I'll stream wherever you want me to stream, baby. Let's do it.
Oh, God. Coxy. Get this
You
taste
can
out of my mouth.
find me at X, Dirty Coxy X, pretty much everywhere now that I've got my shit together and brought everything into line. Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Yeah, that's where I'm at the moment.
Are you
Not gonna
streaming on
sign up to more
Facebook?
shit. Not at the moment. I'm not streaming anywhere at the moment. I'm not sure where I'm going to come back to. It's one of those things I'm going to play by ear and see where we end up. Probably Twitch to begin with. But yeah, we'll see how we go.
Fair enough. Bass?
Fair enough. Mine's pretty easy. It's BassMstrAU on everything, except for I don't have Facebook. I don't have Facebook gamer page or group or any of that crap. I just got YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Probably won't see it on much on Twitch anymore, but see what happens. I gotta play around with the old YouTube finally, maybe.
And what about you, Dirty Birdie Assassin?
Well, I've officially said fuck off to Twitch. Got my
Did you do
last-
your outboarding?
He's out of here. See you later.
I've had 4 follow-up emails.
Only
Really?
4.
Why have you left?
What
Oh,
can
they're
we
actually
change
trying
to
to
make your
find out.
experience better?
Wow, they're actually doing research. They're
Really?
trying to
Did you
find
say?
out why people
Did
leave.
you say make me partner?
No, I wouldn't want to be partner on that platform. But anyway, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube gaming as birdyassassin. All very simple. I'm not ever going to stream to Facebook. I'm sorry, Kiwi or Glimish. I'm going to stick with the YouTube. I'm quite enjoying it on here. Obviously, this is not my account. This is our Essential Gamer AU account. that we do all our podcasting on. But yes, if you just search for Birdie Assassin, you will find me absolutely everywhere, all one word, all very simple. So remember, you can always find all of us at Essential Gamer AU on Instagram and Facebook, or Essential Game AU on Twitter. Send us something cool, send us something to talk about so we can get in on the conversations, and, you know, send us some funky photos as well if you'd like to. Also, you can write into us at the email podcast@essentialgamer.com.au. Very simple. We can pick out some stuff and start doing a viewers section. I don't mind, that'd be cool. And so until then, you can see us all next time right here on Essential Gamer AU, and see you at episode 8. Yeah, episode 8. Jesus Christ. Bye.
Peace.
Peace.